questions.
Thank you, Chairman Latta and Ranking Member Castor, for holding this very important hearing, and thank you to our witnesses. Safe and well-regulated nuclear energy has to be a key part of any energy strategy that seeks to increase capacity and affordability to meet our growing energy needs. I think all of the witnesses have spoken to that. And this hearing takes an important step in shaping that strategy. However, we can't ignore the context in which this hearing is taking place. While the chairman and the Republicans on this committee have said they support an all-of-the-above energy policy to generate enough energy to meet all of our demands, they've sat idly by while the Trump administration undermines the Department of Energy and the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, eviscerates their staffs, ensnares our nation in regime change in Venezuela at taxpayer expense and in an effort to exploit that country's heavy crude oil reserves, and canceled or paused dozens of major clean energy projects that would have dramatically increased our energy production capacity, including the Virginia Coastal Offshore Wind Project paused over the break, which was estimated to be completed later this year and generate up to 2.6 gigawatts of power when fully operational to support the fastest growing part of America's energy grid, producing 9.5 million megawatt hours annually, or enough to power over 900 Virginia homes. At a time when this committee talks about the importance of permitting reform, this pause has left a major electric supplier in Virginia wondering if they can even rely on the permits once they get them. So you can understand why I'm a little skeptical that under the current administration, we can be truly prepared to make safe nuclear energy a serious part of our energy strategy. But I'm hopeful that we can do so. So, Ms. Greenwald, you established for the ranking members the importance of the NRC's independence. How could efforts to undermine the NRC's independence negatively impact the nuclear energy industry and our ability to quickly roll out new technology in the nuclear space and keep up with nuclear plants being deployed by our rivals?
Thank you for the question, Congresswoman. I do think, I've said this already, but I'm happy to say it again. We do think that the independence is very important. Our really important thing from our perspective is to make sure that we have public trust in nuclear deployment. And we really think that having a competent NRC that's well-staffed, that is independent in a number of ways, as you may recall from my testimony, there's a number of aspects of independence that we need to think about, and it's very important that the NRC is transparent, competent, well-staffed, and does its job well. That's in all of our interest.
And on transparency, you have mentioned that changes to the NRC's rulemaking process decrease transparency and raise serious concerns about stakeholder ability to engage in the rulemaking process. And I can tell you, we have seen firsthand on a number of energy projects that the minute that you lose public trust in the transparency of the process, that project is going to be opposed, whether it's a good idea or not. And so can you elaborate on your concerns about this decrease in transparency?
Yeah, there's a couple of issues. The specific issue is that there's a new executive order separate from the executive orders that focus on accelerating deployment of new nuclear energy and U.S. leadership in nuclear energy, and that applies to all agencies that were formerly considered independent, at least some still, hopefully still independent, depends on how the courts deal with this. But basically, all of those agencies are newly under a process whereby their rulemakings are reviewed by the White House Office of Management and Budget, and they have an office called OIRA, which is the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs. And that process introduces several rulemaking steps that mean that the public and the stakeholders won't see certain processes that normally in the past we've seen as the rules go through the NRC. So we won't see things that get to the commission, and we won't see various steps. We think that it would be much better if we maintain transparency. There may be other ways to do this, but we think it's very important that stakeholders, industry, folks like us who have an interest in the success of the nuclear sector have an opportunity to weigh in. We think that makes the rules better. We think that having good stakeholder engagement, effective, timely, we're all, I think, willing to quickly review things, but we definitely have to have sufficient time. So I think that's the concern, and we think it's actually solvable with creative solutions and making sure we actually pay attention to the importance of this.
Thank you, I yield back.